named Nordic Warrior.
Nordic Warrior.
About this clown named Nordic Warrior.
That racist, trollish idiot Nordic Warrior did.
He basically was just slandering anybody.
Being who he is, a big-ass troll.
If y'all see this idiot clown...
Hey, Nordic, you fat fuck. You want to debate?
But to a racist piece of filth like him...
saying we're lying to ourselves because we like it, to, you know, calling us fucking idiots and stupid and brain dead because we enjoy a film.
Nordic Warrior, what so-called racism sounds like.
Get over it, you bitch.
Tough guy, bring it
Nordic,
anytime.
you a bitch.
Sat with his stupid hooded tops up north.
This coward named Nordic Warrior.
You don't go around insulting people who have a difference of opinion than you.
Because he's a racist piece of trash. That's why when he came on YouTube, he fell straight in with Precise Presenter. Because they think alike, okay? They're similar people.
You want to hurt me? Go right ahead if it makes you feel any better. I'm an easy target. Yeah, you're right. I talk too much. I also listen too much. I could be a cold-hearted cynic like you. But I don't like to hurt people's feelings. Well, you think what you want about me. I'm not changing. I like me. My wife likes me. My customers like me. Because I'm the real article. What you see is what you get.
I know you have more subscribers than me. You are obviously doing something right, but...
10,000 strong at least. 10,000?
Hey there guys, Nordic Warrior here, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. So I figured I'd do a channel update since it's been a while since I did one of these, and I like to do them from time to time. So yeah, one thing that happened pretty recently is that the channel finally reached 10,000 subscribers, which took me by surprise. Now, before I go any further, I know that nowadays on YouTube, 10,000 isn't that much. In fact, compared to some of the big channels on here, it's practically nothing. But it's a lot to me. Yeah, it's a lot to me. Because if truth be told, when I first started this channel, I never expected that I would get anywhere near that. In fact, I was surprised I even made it to 100 subscribers. So yeah, to me 10,000 is a lot. And I certainly appreciate and want to thank every single one of you who has either subscribed or watched the channel over the years. Those of you who supported me from very early on and gave me the encouragement to keep going, despite everything that went wrong along the way, and all the times I pretty much gave up on the channel. It's great to see that many of you are still here, still around, and still watching, and yeah man, I really do appreciate that. As long-time subscribers of mine will know, when I first started this channel, it actually grew very quickly, which really took me by surprise because again, if truth be told, I wasn't expecting it at all. I started the channel in 2016, and later that same year, that was when we had the whole US election, which sadly led to a lot of changes on the site. It was around about that time that we had the whole adpocalypse thing, and a lot of channels, including mine, got hit. I'm talking about shadow banning and intense censorship that more or less killed the channel's growth and stopped it in its tracks. But despite that, I've been investing quite a lot of time into the channel recently and trying to make content that's a bit more enjoyable, as well as more informative. Content that challenges the mainstream narratives that you usually see. And so far it's gotten a mostly positive and encouraging response, and people for the most part seem to really like it. As far as what I've got coming to the channel in the near future, I have a lot of retrospective videos planned, including more career reviews, which I've received a lot of interesting suggestions for, such as Nikolai Valuev, who might actually be the next one, as well as several others. I also plan to do some other types of retrospectives, such as continuing the Fantasy Fight series, as well as discussing and breaking down famous trilogies in boxing. Another set of projects I'm working on is a bunch of fights that include my own original fan commentary, kind of like Fight Film does sometimes, maybe challenging popular narratives on certain fights that are generally considered robberies. That's one thing that I really want to start doing more. Instead of, you know, just talking about these fights and giving my opinions on them and talking about these narratives actually providing video evidence for the claims that I'm making about them. Because I just think that would make the content a bit more professional. For example, when I made the Andre Ward video quite recently, I spent a lot of time making sure that the points I made in that video were backed up by video evidence, and I let viewers see exactly what my problem was with these mainstream narratives. In short, I really want to make people wake up, and I really want to show them the truth about certain things in the sport. I also want to start looking into historic fights that may or may not have been fixed, and maybe watching them with you guys and giving my opinions on them. It's no secret that over the years I've developed a bit of a reputation on here, to say the least. That's putting it lightly, of talking about and making accusations towards fights that I believe are fixed. And it's something that's definitely a touchy subject for quite a lot of boxing fans, as it's just something that kind of makes them look at the sport differently, which puts them in a weird position a lot of the time. And they just don't like it. It's something that a lot of people just don't want to do. But it's something that I think's important, because if we really want more transparency in the sport, then we really need to point it out. We really should be calling out the scams, shouldn't we? Of course, what I'm doing on here is relatively inconsequential. It's likely that I'm never going to be a big channel. At least, I don't think I am, and compared to some of the more mainstream ones, I'm never going to have that much of an appeal or that much of a viewing audience, but it is what it is. If I can do my bit to shed some light on the sport, then I certainly will do it, and I'll do my best, and hopefully at least some people like and enjoy it. As far as the other content on the channel, I do like doing breakdowns and predictions for upcoming fights, but if truth be told, modern day boxing winds me up mostly, and I don't tend to enjoy it as much as I used to. And maybe that's just because I'm getting older, and in my old age I'm maybe a little bit more cynical and a little bit more pessimistic about most things. Or maybe it's because I know so much about the sport at this point that it's just frustrating to see when they're scamming us. There really aren't that many upcoming fights that interest me at the moment. I mean, do you guys want a Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora 3 breakdown and prediction? I mean, I'll do it if you guys want me to, but I think you can probably guess what I'm going to say, and it's probably not going to be a positive video. There's probably going to be a lot of sarcasm and satire, and it's not really going to be anything that anybody outside of my hardcore long-time subscriber base is going to want to watch. It's not something that's going to be very insightful, put it that way. Again, if you guys want me to do it, I'll do it. I'm also considering doing more live streams, since that's something that I'm kind of settling into. The reason why I put that off for so long, despite it basically being the norm now, and what pretty much everybody wants, it's basically what's in demand on YouTube, is basically because I've never really been the most sociable person, and I do kind of prefer the old school video format. I just like to make my videos and upload them, and being live on here and speaking to you guys directly never really seemed like it would suit me. But now that I've gotten used to it, I actually do think it makes a bit of a change, and it gives me a good excuse to talk to you guys and get some interesting feedback, as well as some suggestions for future content. That's one of the things about the platform I really like, I really do enjoy coming on here and chopping it up with you guys, and I enjoy doing them now. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with the channel and what's happening in the near future. And yeah, I know that I'm a bit of an acquired taste for some people. Sometimes I may say things that piss people off and wind them up, and I often do say things that I don't always mean, and I might take certain things too far, but that's just me, and like I said, I'm an acquired taste. Thanks again to everybody who's been watching, and yeah man, stay tuned for more content. God bless each and every one of you. Thanks for watching, and yeah, stay vigilant.